Hi guys, welcome back for another shot of Cashrewards Mar Tech TV. I'm so privileged to have Christian Bartens, the founder of Datalicious, one of the most insightful people in the industry, certainly here. And sadly for us, he's going to be leaving to go to Washington, DC, the knowledge drain leaving the country. So yeah, massive respect to you. I love every time we get to meet. Thanks for doing this as well. Let's get into it, shall we? So give us a little lowdown on what Datalicious is doing.
Datalicious. We do a lot of stuff. But no, look, we're data analytics consultancy, and we've been around now for 10 years. We had our 10 years anniversary actually this year.
Yeah.
So that's super exciting. The business changed a lot over the years. We do everything data analytics related, as long as it touches marketing data. We help marketers optimize their funnel. We call it fattening the funnel. Pumping more people into the funnel and pushing more people through. And that sort of centers around two key areas. At the very top of the funnel, we do a lot of media mix optimization, media attribution. So
yes.
Got a limited budget. How do I figure out how to split that up in the most effective way possible? We can help you with that.
Yeah.
And then it goes further down into the funnel is what can we do to optimize the experience, right? Can we predict the next best product, the next best action, next best thing to talk about with that particular customer prospect?
Yeah, and look, you built a super tag, a tag management solution long before Google were even thinking about doing it, and it was a very powerful tool.
Unfortunately, they have more breadth.
yeah, and they gave it away for free. But anyway,
right, yeah.
We can all have been there, done that with that one. So, look, I think, tell us some of the trends you're seeing. I mean, you did this awesome report on ad fraud. Give us a little lowdown on that, where you think the industry's going, you're going to DC, so what you're up to there.
Well, look, I think for us, it's all about generating visibility on how certain things perform or not perform, right? Like we invest all our energy in that, and sometimes that's a quite thankless task, right? Because you're sort of talking about, like we did in this report about ad fraud, and you said, well, yeah, you do actually waste some of your money. And the whole media attribution, media mix modeling thing is largely around reducing waste, like finding waste and eliminating them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we're still stuck in a lot of negative conversations around that. I think it's still seen as a threat by some agencies. It's still seen as I haven't done such a good job as a marketer, rather than, hey, this is a really great opportunity. Okay, cool. Now I know what works, what doesn't. I can create some strategy around it.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of a big challenge that we're seeing. And so for us, it's all about creating visibility, like doing these studies to show, I guess, what's going on, right? And so
so you said about 8% of all ad spend in Australia, and we think it's conservative, to be honest, is literally on ad fraud, so about $100 million.
And I can't remember my own password.
Yeah, and then also in the UK, there was about £600 million. And if you think about the US ecosystem with $89 billion in digital, 70% to Google and Facebook, if you take 10%, that's $8.9 billion in ad fraud. That is a lot of mafia money.
It's a huge amount, right? I think IAB estimates it to be about 4 to 5% of display spend is sort of wasted, right?
Yeah. I don't know where they get their maths from though.
That's sort of pretty accepted, right? I think sort of Australia is considered to be a bit lower than average, right? So in the US it's meant already to be like about 8-9%. But I think half the stuff can't be tracked, right? So we did some very, very basic analysis and we already established it's probably not 4%, it's probably more around like 8%, like much higher. Okay? Yeah. But even us, I would consider our stuff to be dilettantic in terms of the way we detect ad fraud.
What does that mean?
Well, it's pretty crap, like very basic.
Okay.
Right? And I just went to LifeRam conference in San Francisco, and I met with the leading ad fraud researcher there, and you just see how sophisticated these guys are at doing ad fraud and how the whole system is sort of inviting ad fraud. I think it's probably more like 10-15% of total spend.
So is it, it's injection, there's daisy chaining, is it bots on machines as well?
It's bot, it's injection, like you have pages that have 10 iframes. In each iframe are loaded 30 ads that are stacked on top of each other, and then they run a bot over that.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like I think, it's millions of dollars every day on some of these sites, right? It's huge.
Yeah.
And the amount of innovation that goes into that is crazy. But then at the same time, there's no incentive to even get rid of it because the client is demanding cheaper CPC, CPM.
Yeah.
Right? The agency is happily buying that traffic because it's like
percentage
it's cheap,
of spend, as well.
So I think it's sort of self-perpetuating, and we need to cut through that. And I think from a Datalicious perspective, the easiest way for us to help with that is this sort of integrating this into our attribution. So we now provide adjusted reports, ROI reports, adjusted for ad fraud, adjusted for those various things. So you think your campaign may have 200% ROI,
yeah,
but by the time you take all these the impressions out that are actually fraudulent,
yeah,
suddenly it's only 150%.
yeah.
And so creating visibility, I think that's the only way we're gonna.
And the relevancy for Cashrewards as well in this respect is that we're finding getting budget from clients, even though we're 100% viewable and we're 0% ad.
Well, you compete against this low quality crap, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then trying to get that budget out of the agencies or out of the clients when they're making these unwise decisions, it's a little struggle. So this stuff is beautiful to help us articulate that conversation.
And this, I saw a great session in the US on this, and the main thing that this ad fraud researcher, Dr. Fu, great name,
we'll have
very
to.
smart guy.
He's my next MarTech TV.
It's a good excuse to travel to San Francisco.
Yeah, hey, I'll do that.
He's in New York, actually.
Well, both. It's good for me.
And so his main clients are actually publishers that are trying to prove that their audience is actually quality.
Right.
And we don't have fraudulent traffic.
Yeah.
Because people don't come to us. They are all real people. They read our stuff, right? And so you're in the same boat.
Yeah.
You have a quality audience. You have a quality targeted audience to sell. And basically your stuff gets discounted because there's a cheaper CPC out there, but you're buying fake traffic. It's crazy, right? So the quality gets sort of washed away.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh. Well, so you're going to the US. What do you think the biggest challenge is, for Datalicious over there is going to be?
I think the biggest challenge will be to incorporate all these amazing data sets that these guys they have.
Right.
In Australia, it's just no third-party data available, right? I mean, you sort of know is LiveFrame didn't really get off the ground.
Yeah,
you can't buy any
expensive.
It doesn't here. But in the US, like that stuff is just everywhere. You can buy anything, and it's actually decent. Like, maybe the quality is not amazing, but it's huge. It's amazing. Right? Even shitty sample will be a lot of millions of people, right? Yeah. So for us, that'll be the big challenge. Like, how do we incorporate that? How do I take third-party data, incorporate it into our attribution modeling? How do I work with other people that have better ad fraud detection to include that? And I think it's sort of a different mindset. Here, you have to kind of do everything yourself and record first-party data yourself. Yeah. Versus in the US, you go out and partner. Yeah. That'll be a big challenge for us, I think.
Okay. So look, I mean, going to the US, ebates.com is a huge cashback site. Rakuten bought that for $1 billion. It's quite interesting to understand, what do you think cashback's challenges here are? And similarly, why is it so big in the US, do you think? I mean, do you have any ideas on that? I mean, what are we missing out on here?
I don't know. I don't think I can help you with that much. Unfortunately, Australia only has 22 million people.
Yeah. I think need more people.
I think it is the scale, right? Yeah. It is the scale. And at the same time, while we have scale problems, at the same time, I think we're making it unnecessarily hard for people to innovate in Australia. Yeah. I find it, for example, that because Australia's had such a great run for 25 years now, no recession. Yeah. Like everything here is now expensive. Like people almost expect to switch jobs every 1.5 years because they can get a higher salary somewhere else because everything's expanding, right? So I think there's a lot of things in Australia that really harm innovation. One of which is actually that we never really had a recession because people just happily move from job to job, and sometimes it just takes 2 or 3 years to get to know a subject matter really well. To then innovate. I'm sort of maybe going off on a bit of a tangent.
I think that it is relevant. I mean, we're finding. Finding talent here is a struggle. So keeping talent is even harder as well. And then if you're investing in it to grow and they leave, then ultimately you're taking all that insight and intelligence away from the company. I mean, but you're building in Bangalore. That is a testament to the way this market's running, right?
Well, we had to do that, right? Not that we don't want to hire smart people here or train them. Like we want to do that, but it is just that people don't stick around because they can easily get a better job elsewhere. It's just because the market is just expanding so much. And it makes it very, very hard for small organizations to innovate in country. Yeah. And then on top of that, we're talking about changing the way 457 visas are organized. Oh, that's crazy. Like, where does that come from? That's insane. Yeah. Like, we need these people here. Like, make it easier,
Yeah, I think so.
Trust people who run a company to decide whether they want to bring this person in country or not. It's very hard. It's not easy to do. Like, you spend a lot of money on getting these people here. Yeah. Trust me that I'm not wasting that effort.
Yeah, I agree.
You lost your questions. You want to get them?
No, I know them off by heart, Christian. So, if you have a dream, I mean, if you've obviously been acquired by Veda, now Equifax is a pretty big company. Who would you want to acquire as a company? Cambridge Analytica? And why?
Who would I want to?
Go on, you do dream about these things in the shower, whatever.
Do you know what I would? Okay, so I don't have a particular
kite surfing company.
No, I would like to I think we've done some amazing stuff at Datalicious, both technology-wise and innovation-wise, and we're really hamstrung by this being stuck in this Australian shoebox. We really need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And so I would want to buy a company that gives us scale if I had the money.
Right.
Because I think we have a lot of ideas and good technology that we can easily apply to big companies in the US. And that's the whole reason why I'm going there now.
Yeah.
Equifax bought us and they looked at our stuff and they went like, hey, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
This shouldn't be just stay in Australia.
Yeah.
And so I would love to buy a company that gives us scale. If you like exposes us to a whole bunch of customers at the same time. And another thing, if I have to pick one, it'd probably be some sort of bid management platform. You know, because one of the biggest.
Which one, like Media Man?
I don't know, like anything, but one of the biggest criticisms we get with the attribution stuff that we do is, hey, it's not actionable. Yeah, because you as a marketer still have to take action. We give you a report and say this is high ROI, this is low ROI. You got to shift money around.
Yeah, you do.
And that's a manual process, right? I want to eliminate that. Everything is going digital. Sooner or later, I can bid on anything. TV outdoor is already happening.
Yeah, outdoors actually. And that's even very interesting.
Yeah, that's even further sometimes in the US. Like everything's going to go digital. Everything will be real-time bidding.
Yeah.
I want to eliminate the media agencies.
I
want to directly go into the bid engine and have our ROI results power how much is going to be spent on what ad.
Or programmatic TV. Yeah. It's got to be the future, right?
I think that's that's ages away, right? It's not going to happen very quickly. But if you ask me about the sort of future where that's going, I would love to buy a company that gives us scale to a lot of customers, having a lot of media spend, and that is some sort of bidding technology that we can start building on. That would be a great acquisition.
So look, do you have any? I mean, we're getting towards the end. Do you have any questions for us in terms of what we're doing? I've got a few more for you, but what's your thoughts there? Anything?
Yeah, I want to know from you what's the most amazing sort of recent additional data that you brought on that we went like, oh, this is really interesting. We can do something cool with that.
Well, look, we're talking about developing all sorts of data all the time. It's trying to commercialize
buying it or collecting it yourself.
It's trying to make more with the data that we have within the platform, and then predict a little bit more about the way we message contextually. So that if I know people are buying from certain brands, I shouldn't really be showing brands that are not relevant, and still I am. So I need to be more sophisticated in the way we contextually talk to our members. I mean, we add a huge amount of value. We're taking those ad dollars away from Google, Facebook, and putting them into back pockets of our consumers or the community. That's really meaningful, but we need to be clever at doing it, I think, and at the point in action. So we've got a long way to go. Then we're talking about in-store as well. I mean, if we can activate some of that this year, that'll be a great thing for us to do. Lastly, as we're surrounded by all these real books, I'm wondering, what are you reading, or what have you read that's been insightful recently?
Actually, I only read trash. So if I only read trash when I come home. Like sci-fi
I can't imagine it.
No, sci-fi trash and all sorts of other stuff because it helps me to switch my brain
off.
Yeah. I got to do that for an hour, so I don't actually read any stuff.
Right, no, interesting.
I get most of my sort of industry stuff from. I'm still a heavy Twitter user. I love Twitter. I spend at least sort of like 10-15 minutes on it every day.
Right, okay.
And I guess
from following people and trusting their information.
I invest a lot of time unfollowing.
Who are you following then that's you're getting a lot of good content from? I mean, I love Seth Godin. I see a bit of Gary Vee. He loves the talk. I like a bit about what Mark Wrightson's saying in the market as well. But who's you?
Actually, I really like the World Economic Forum.
Oh, right, okay.
It has really nothing to do with data, but they have some good data visualizations and interesting sort of economic global data. I really like sort of global trends, like how is humanity as a whole doing better,
Yeah.
And there's another.
Is it doing better?
Yeah, we actually are. There's a guy who does like long-term data visualizations on like massive trends like child mortality rates or income. And,
I've seen some of that on TED.
Over the last 200 years, it's fallen down. We're all richer, less children are dying.
Families are smaller as well.
I like that. It's a bit of a good positive news story. Like news tends to just focus always on the negative stuff, right?
Yeah, I was interested. I'll share that on the bottom in the comments of the TED. And I wondered as well, what else are you getting from Davos? Is that what Davos, the World Economic Forum?
No, it's different group. I'll give you the link later. It has nothing to do with that.
All right, good. I don't trust those people. All right, that's awesome. Well, look, I wish you well on your journey. Stay in touch, and I want to keep learning from you as well. So it's been a pleasure, mate. Thanks so much, Christian.
Thanks.
Take it easy. All right, guys, that was really good. I'll speak to you again next week. See ya.